What's up, friends and fellow collectors? As you can see, I'm not at my usual filming location. Today, I'm at Casa de Mojo with one badass Wolverine statue that I wanted to share with you guys. This one is called the Wolverine Berserker. I can't wait to share with you guys all the details. Let's do this. Right, here we are, the Wolverine Berserker statue. So this is not going to be a usual unboxing video. This is going to be a straight up review of this badass piece right here. If you can't tell from my excitement already, I don't have anything bad to say about this thing. This is freaking bananas cool. Oh my God, bro. Okay, so back in the day when I first started to collect custom statues and I wanted to go down that road and pick up some of these pieces, there was a Wolverine statue that I wanted so badly, and I just couldn't get it. It was long sold out. People were selling it for some crazy amount of money. And then now fast forward several years, and these guys made one that is very similar in concept. The other one had dead ninjas on them too, but this one has a little bit less going on, and actually I like this one even more than that one. Just the overall sculpt of Wolverine is so much cooler on this one. I love the storytelling base that you got going on. You're on a rooftop in Japan, which looks really, really cool. You know, and then you got dead ninjas, and that's always awesome. You know, when it comes to Wolverine, blood everywhere. Look at this, claw marks. Oh, this is just sick. He's got Chinese stars in him. He's got arrows going on in him. He's got swords in him. It's freaking cool. All right. So there's some swap out options. There's a lot of cool things that we're going to go over here in this video. So let's just jump into it right now. So like I said, you start off here at the bottom and we got a rooftop in Japan. You can see the ornate designs that they got going on there. The texture work that they put into it looks phenomenal. I love the colors. So you have these like bronze or gold looking areas of the roof that have a nice sheen to it, you know, as opposed to the matte finish of the roof, which is great. And you even got blood on some of the areas right there. Like you can see right here, there's some blood that's splattered onto the roof and on here too. A little harder to tell there because it's darker, but yeah, lots of blood all over the place. So this is a very, very adult statue, not for kids. But yeah, I like it. So at the bottom, there's some more details right there, so you can see some of the paint. You know, there's some rebar sections. The rebar that they have in here is something that has to be added in. I'm putting some light there so you guys can see a little better. There's some rebar right in here. And those are separate pieces that you get, and they get punched in there. Not something that necessarily needs to be put in, but thank God it was a very easy install for that, because I've had nightmares over the rebar that I've put in on XM Studio statues. So having these here easily put in, which was really nice. I like that. Okay, so that's it. You got rock and just a basic look. You got some wood finishes right here. So there's some details there of wood and all that. So that looks great. Okay, and then moving up, we have our first dead ninja who suffered Wolverine. So the ninjas are already in place on the base as you're assembling it. There's just some few add-ons that you have to put in, like these hands are separated here. So they pop right into place like that. And then this back foot here is also separated. So other than that, the ninjas come attached to the base. So there's nothing that you have to add in there. No worry about keying them into place like that. The blood and gore that they put into it looks really, really good. I like how you can see the slash marks, and it's very like fresh cut, so the blood is like flowing out of him. So that looks really awesome. And then you have this a ninja face right here. Check that guy out. He's definitely dead. You know, there's no coming back from this. So I really like the way that came out. Really good texture work all in the suit. You got some break in the textures right there, you know, which look good. And then you have these swords that go in. The swords are metal and they slide into place. I have some gripes about these type of things. They're not magnetized into place, so they kind of just sit there. These are one of these things that once you put it into place, I would recommend doing that once you have it already in the location that you're going to put it in, because none of these are very secure, in my opinion. In fact, the sword that fits at the very front ninja, which would fit right into there, this one, will not stay into place for me. We tried several different times. It ended up falling out, and I just recommended that it doesn't really add much to it, but it's a point of like fear for me anyway if something falls. This front ninja, it looks really cool. Again, similar to the back one, you got lots of blood and flow going on there, dead bodies, so it looks really good. And the black really just sets it away from Wolverine, because the colors on Wolverine make it pop. And if you have all of this going on right here, it's really nice to see. It sets the scene, but it doesn't take away from Wolverine, which is awesome, because he's our star of this whole thing. We need to see him and we need to focus on him, and they did a great job there. Just like with the swords, these claws slide right into the hand. Again, just like with the swords, they are not super secure. On this hand here, they seem to be much more secure. They line in there. There's a deeper groove, I guess, for them to slide into. But at least on these front ones, again, they kind of just sit there, and it's a point of fear for me that they may fall out. This middle one already tried to pop off once. It kind of just rests in place. So just be aware of that. They are metal, so that looks really nice. And I like how they added in the blood on the swords, on the claws. Hopefully that's coming into focus right there. It seems to not want to focus. There, see if I can get that right. That's what happens when you shoot on the fly. It's like you gotta mess around with things. Okay, let me try to add some light for you so you can see I think that got the little blood going on. There you go. So you can see the blood on the claws, and that looks really nice. Love that. And it's speckled in there and everything, so it comes off really good. Great job there. All right, moving back into Wolverine, you got a dark blue and yellow costume going on, similar to like his look in the X-Men, which is awesome. I love the separation in texture and in color. There's lots of tones and shades going on throughout the body, which look great. So it's not all one color. I love the separation and difference in texture. So just check out the way that looks. You got certain lines here, but then you have different texture right here at the knee. So really great separation of the costume, which looks cool. You got engorging muscles, veins popping. Check out the veins. That's super nice. And then you have sculpted in hair, which looks good because he's a hairy little beast. So that came out really, really good too. So great work there. The paint job, like I said, is just phenomenal. Great work on that. Let me see if I can get you in a little closer here so you can see some of the nuances of the paint. Yeah, check that out. So there's absolutely clean lines all in the suit itself, which again, really nice paint job. When I'm looking at this right now, it almost looks like it's like a master paint job. They did a great job. It's if you guys don't understand what I'm meaning by that, there's a difference between factory paint and a master paint job. This looks like it was given to somebody that's really knows what they're doing, and they did a great, phenomenal job on the paint job. It's just perfect. I'm very impressed with this statue. For me right now, just if you guys haven't already heard it, this is like my favorite Wolverine statue I've ever seen. You got arrows going into the back. Check that out. These arrows stick in very well. I like how they're in place. The ninja stars, just like with the claws and everything else, they're kind of just in there. Some of them are in a little better than others, but it adds to the effect. And honestly, I mean, you can have them in there and you can have them out, and it still would look cool. So, but it's very neat to have that kind of stuff in there. This shoulder plate comes out. It's separated when you're shipping, and this arm actually can swap out. So we're going to swap that out here in a few, but let's take a look at one of the first portraits. So this one here is more of like a gritty teeth type of portrait going on. So you can see that he's got very mean mug look to him, like that. The teeth came out really awesome. Great job on the teeth. They look really good. My autofocus is really being a bitch right now. So again, apologize. Love the blood they got there. That's nice. And the mask looks great. This is one of my favorite portraits. Actually, all three portraits look really good. And I'm going to share with you guys those in a few. We're going to swap out the arm right here. I'll show you the other arm, and we'll swap out for a different portrait as well so we can get started on that. All right, so I'm back. I got the parts swapped out. You can see he looks even more gory. Looks like he's in the heat of the battle. You got blood. You got parts falling off of him. He's trying to regenerate his skin and his body. I love this face. This face is super cool. You know, you got the meat all coming off on him and everything, and he looks vicious. He looks savage. This is Wolverine in his most berserker form, right? I love it. It looks super cool. So yeah, this is your swap out arm. So you can see lots of blood and shine going on there. Lots of meat falling off, which is really cool. So that's a swap out option for you. I personally like this one. I don't know which one I like better. So far, both portraits look good. Both arms look good. So this is just something I think that I'll probably keep out just in case I want to just feel like the reason to change, you know? So that's an option. Let's take out one more head so we can pop this head off right here. All right. And then on top of giving you a really cool statue, they also give you this really nice bust for you guys to put your optional heads on. So you can see how that looks. Has that very Japan feel to it. All right, so let's take off this head. All right, and then this is the last head, and you have a less destroyed looking mask. You know, he's yelling. I would say probably on the scope of things, not the head that I would use. I'd probably use one of the other two. But still, this is a very, very good looking head too. So all the portraits I think look fantastic. They did a great job with everything on this. So there's nothing about this statue that I would say is bad. This is a great looking piece, great work of art. Love the paint job, love the sculpt, love all of the details and the swap outs. The only thing that I would like to have seen possibly is maybe some more magnetized pieces for these parts that go on, because I am a little weary about them falling off after, you know, if somebody bumps into it. But you know, once you have it in place, obviously those things won't come into play. More than likely, none of this stuff will ever fall out once you put it in your case with a glass or something in front of it, or just on the shelf. But yeah, this is a really neat piece, man. I really am happy to have come by and checked it out. Let me know what you guys think about it. In my opinion, the best Wolverine to get is this one right here. Curious to hear what your guys' thoughts on it. Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep it marvelous.